I'm going on an 18-kilometer hike today. What a glorious day. Just over 10 miles there and back. I have my new Gregory pack loaded up and I've got my 3-litre bladder of water and a bottle of water. So I'm going from our Airbnb at 21 Hawthorne Avenue with Pretoria Bridge over there, and I'm going to be heading this way and then north, all the way to Rideau Hall and also to the Prime Minister of Canada's home, where I'm hoping he'll let me in and have tea. Let's go. This is a northern bike path from the O train station at Lees, but this bike path actually goes through the O train station, though it is physically separate. Pretty cool experience. There we are. We're going to go this way. Past the bike rental place, up to GG Field. We are going to go this way. Not sure if you'll get this on video or not. I'm just coming up to GG's Field, and I'll keep this on. There are 2 groundhogs called GG's. Now, I'm not quite sure, but I think they actually cover this up in a big white dome in the winter, and I think that's the big white dome. Goodness, another groundhog. And there's another old railway line turned into a bike path. I'm not going to take this one. I'm going to continue north. Pretty easy to see where the sandbar is. It's about 80-85 Fahrenheit, 28 centigrade plus humidity plus direct sunlight. So I did put sunscreen on, I rarely do, but today seemed a good day to put it on. If you can, walk on gravel or soil at the side of an asphalt road. It's a lot easier on your joints and your feet. Now if it's safe and if you can, don't just walk on one side of a road. Try and walk in the middle. Almost all asphalt roads and pathways are cambered. So you couldn't see her rollerblades because she's on the opposite side of a small hill. And if you're bugging out or going for a long hike, just walking on this side for 6 or 7 hours can do you a lot of damage. Now the other basic tip I want to talk about are water bladders. These are 3 litres in Canada. Don't know what you'd have them in the States, but about the same size. This is the minimum amount of water you would want to have on a day like this. I would actually suggest if you can, you need twice as much as this. I'm loving this hike already. If you know you're going out for a really long hot walk or hike, consider actually freezing the water bladder or factory in the refrigerator overnight, or even putting some ice in the top before you set out. It's actually a good idea. The cooler the water you drink, the more likely you're going to die of a heart attack if you drink too quick, but the lower your body temperature is going to get, and that's the body temperature, the core temperature you want to work on. This Gregory pack doesn't quite fit me. I'm a little fat, but I'm quite enjoying it. The integral pack that came with it is very easy to load, sits very well in the pack, and drinks very easily. When you got one of these, drink little and often. Don't wait half an hour to an hour like you normally would with the bottle system. The one thing people don't do when they have these, and this is a really good tip and you should pay attention, don't just suck. I blew into it when I finished. And I like this because even if you're distracted, you've got a fairly easy restraining strip on it that keeps it in place so it's not swinging into you. Now this is also supposed to go across and connect to this. I'm too fat. This Gregory pack, I'm about 220 pounds, just about fits me. I believe that's the bridge I'm going to cross over. So it's early in the hike, but already, as soon as I get to a corner I can cut, I'm cutting the corner. As soon as I can walk on soil rather than asphalt or gravel, I walk on the soil. So I'm taking a direct diagonal. These guys are using the path. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I've saved myself about 20 foot of travel. Because you don't actually need to carry water with you at all, you can take water through there and treat it and filter it. Choosing not to do that today. If I lived in the area, I would do that on a night, bug out, see what it's like. But consciously or unconsciously, cut corners. It's really important. It really will make you go faster and further than if you just follow the path. Headphones, music, no, never. Not if you're running, not if you're walking, not if you bike. Have your ears open and listening. Hear if people are approaching from the side or behind. Think about what's going on. Are you getting to a position where you can't bail from the route you're on and you're stuck on it if you get ambushed? Again, it would be mental illness to think like that all the time. Thinking like that part of the time trains you not to do what this guy's doing. He's about to overtake me. He would have no idea at all if anybody came from behind him with evil intent. Of course, in Ottawa, who's going to do that? Keep your eyes open as well. This gives you clues on direction, especially if you've never been on a route. Like I've never been on this route. It's telling me Duchess Hall Park is that way and the Vestian Bridge is that way, so I know I'm on the right route. I'm taking advantage of walking on the opposite side of the path, knowing that I may have to move quickly over because realistically speaking, this is right out and left back. Mix it up. Don't wait till you're physically tired to do this. Start from the beginning. I think that's my bridge or the one after it. We'll find out shortly. But these are just some little rapids as the river heads towards the Ottawa River. This river is the Rideau River. It intersects with the Ottawa one. That's a cormorant. Beautiful birds in small doses. Let's find the Russian embassy. Somewhere around here is the Russian consulate, but I'm devoting too much time to this side trip, so I'm quitting it. I want to get back to go where I'm going. We actually drive past the Russian consulate every time we take Wolfie to his daycare. It's just a big building with a lot of security. We've seen the Chinese embassy. I think Burkina Faso is here. I think so. I think that's Burkina Faso. Oops. Sorry, Tanzania. Should have recognized the flag. There's no flag. Guess why? This is actually the Russian embassy. I don't know if you can see this, but there's quite a few embassies on this. I believe this is called Embassy Row. Anyway, this is Strathcona Park on Range Road, and I'm actually going to go back into the park and walk along the western Rideau pathway. Pretty cool. Practice your French. That's the English bit. To be honest, the First World War was not that popular in the province of Quebec. In fact, the Second World War wasn't that popular. Quebec have never really seen much point fighting for Britain and the Empire. They kind of have a point. What time is it? It's kind of neat that they constructed the sand area for kids to play in and made it into this type of an area. Really nice. Ontarians enjoying the sun after 11 months of winter. Stairway to Heaven, or in this case, Stairway to Lord Strathcona's Fountain. So I'm just going to go up there and take some video. It's about as far as I'm going to video in this stretch, because I actually want to show where Wolfie's park is and where his daycare is, because, you know, somebody could steal him. He's worth a lot of money. Lovely and cold. I'm going to go back in the park and head north. Before I do, this is actually the Russian embassy. There's a protester. There's a bike. And they've shoved street signs up as well. That's nice. Yeah, Ottawa music. Yeah. And back down to Strathcona Park. Now I'm a little ashamed. I thought the guy was trying to hassle me for cash or trying to steal my camera. Not because of his colour of his skin. To be honest, it'd have the same effect if he was white. But I realised, and I listened, I was thinking, and I was keeping distance and all the rest of it, he's actually a YouTuber. So to get to the bridge and the island, I can't follow the Rideau River. I can on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over the roads and go roadway. So I've walked a little ways, about 5 minutes to Rideau Street, and I'm going to head east. Bessura Park. One of those tiny little things that's just beautiful. I don't know where they went, but that's a great place to hang out on a summer's day. I'm now on the east side of the Rideau River, and on the way back, that's where I'm going to go. And it's mostly all parkland, so that'll be pretty. Now I have a somewhat less pretty section. Let's go. Well, it may be a bit urban at this point, but you get a wonderful view of the river, and there's some very expensive housing here. Please do not feed the wildlife. They feed themselves. So I'm just about to go underneath St. Patrick, emerge from underneath St. Patrick's Bridge. A little island of tranquility. But onwards, Huples, onwards. A map. Excellent. So that's a kilometre. I'm there. So I'm about a kilometre from the Rideau Falls. And I'll be crossing this bridge for a little while. And then I'll be going up here and fiddling around down this kind of an area. We'll see. Getting quite humid. Young love. Bike path's right there. It's nice to separate it. I've got to admit, Ottawa in the summer seems to be paradise. Getting close now to the Ottawa River. This is Edinburgh Park. My mistake, it's New Edinburgh Park. So I've left the edge of the Rideau River at this point, and when I come back, I'm actually going to come along that side. What I'm doing right now is staying on the Rideau River bike path. Parklands are absolutely huge in Ottawa. There's the hill. So now I've figured out how Ottawa works. What it really means is the Rideau Falls is actually 0.6 kilometres that way, not that way. That's just pointing towards a major intersection. It's Queen Victoria Street. God loves you, Mom. I'm fairly sure that's not the bridge I want. I'm actually going to go further north and take Suffolk Road. Should give me a really good view of the falls and a couple of memorial things I want to have a look at. But yeah, this is another example of multi-use trails in Ottawa. This is the Minto Bridge, and if you go further across there, you get to a big park system which I've been to before. And I'm heading this way. I think I butchered it, but I think I'm actually looking for Sussex, not Suffolk. Anyway, we'll find out when we get there. Either way, it's the last major road bridge before the Rideau Falls, and I'm suspecting it's this one. Pretty cool. A couple of things. First off, I'm right there, and this is Sussex Bridge, which I was going to take over here because there's some stuff that I want to look at. But I noticed the bike trail goes north and goes over a road bridge. So let's go this way. This has been a Cute Dog in a Car production 2022.